Yeah, can I just first get your thoughts on what today's win means for you and the guys?
Well, I mean, I've said it a couple times, but I'm just really happy for the players because I'm with them every day. Our coaches are with them every day. We're together every day. I watch them practice. I watch their behavior. That's really all you do as a coach. We know, oh, here, run this, move over there, move the X and the O, all that. But really, as a coach, what coaching is you're coaching behavior. You're watching. I watch our guys. How are they acting? Are they supporting each other? Are they encouraging each other? Are they giving everything they have? When we go to do this running, does every guy sprint and give and they do every day. And I could tell watching them, as I was saying, hey, we got to have a goal. We have a goal. Over the last month we've been saying that, and I could tell and looking at them that they're listening. They're saying, yeah, we got to go, and this is how you achieve your goals in life, and you got to have an intensity and a focus. And I could see that that's who I'm talking to, and it's their behavior, and that says there's nothing wrong with this team. There's nothing wrong with those guys in that locker room, right? The results we don't like, but there's nothing wrong with our team, and there's nothing wrong with the individuals in that room, and that's how I know. And then they showed it today because on our last game on Tuesday at Wyoming, we have a chance. My message after that, loss, which was another heartbreaking type loss, was, you know what, we needed one more stop. There has to be an unbelievable intent. Winning is next level stuff, right? It's hard. Winning's hard. It's next level stuff. You got to have an intensity, a focus, a passion to do what's important to your group. And that game, we needed one more 3-point shot to win. We needed one more defensive rebound. We needed one less turnover. We needed one, more foul shot to win, right? That's winning. You needed one. You got to have an intensity to get that one. Well, we go to today. Guess what? That's what that game was over and over again. It was like you needed to have the intent to get one more shot to win, get one more player to make a play, to get a loose ball. One more. You know what? We had 5 guys make one more play today, and we won the game.
Yeah, absolutely. And you kind of alluded to this, but you've had some close losses in overtime and some heartbreaking losses in overtime. What was different about today's overtime for you guys?
Yeah, I just think, 65-61, you can just look at it. And it happened the other night at Wyoming. We got down, and all of a sudden, we made it 62-62 right back, and then we couldn't, have what's required there. But today we get down 65-61. Luke Carney stays with the play. Comes down and stays with the play, tips a ball in, right? Well, when you have that kind of energy or you have that kind of intensity to run down and stay with the play and tip a ball in, you find it's not that hard to make a 3-point shot because then he banged a corner 3. There's that one more 3, right? It came because of that effort that he gave. And then, like I said, every guy's in on that. Will Cooper has a big-time block, right? Jeff Mills dives on the floor to get a held ball call. The arrow's in our favor. Well, when you dive on the floor, when you do those things and you make those kinds of plays, you find things going in your favor. And then even the long pass that sealed it, that was a player-driven play by Wes and Ethan. Player-driven play by Wes and Ethan, and Jeff made a nice play. That's every guy sort of making one more play, and I'd say that's sort of been the difference in these games, and today was a grind through the whole 45. It was a grind through the whole 45. It's almost, to be honest, I would have liked it to have been a different way to win, but I think it's what this team needed. We needed to win a game this way. We needed to win a game this way, grinding it out, like having to make that one more play because now they got the experience and knowing sort of what that means.
Yeah, absolutely. And do you feel like you saw the intensity from your players that you want to see?
There's no question. Like I said, I've been seeing it from Will Cooper. Why is Will Cooper playing all of a sudden? Well, it's not really all of a sudden. For the last 3 weeks, I've been seeing a consistency in how he comes to practice every day. And he comes to practice where, his attitude and behavior is, I get it, coach. I get that I got to impress you and I got to make you play me by how hard I do things, by how invested I'm in what we're doing, and I have this kind of intensity level. He's been doing that for not one day, not like 3 practices. That shows that's what it is, because that's what a game is. And he came through today like you can't believe. Usually when you approach things that way, right, you come through, and he came through in a lot of different ways. So, we got to see if we can, build on that, build on another guy sort of coming along the same way individually like Will, then build on it from a team perspective and what can we continue to get better. All I stressed was we got to take care of the ball. Last 4 games, that's all I've been stressing, that we got to control that. We can control that. If we get better in that area of taking care of the ball, it will reap benefits. We have to do it. I know for a fact our last 3 games we've had 11 turnovers, 8 turnovers, and 10 turnovers, right? We won the game today because we had 10 turnovers, because that gave us more shots. That gave us more opportunities. So, again, I know our players are listening. I know the coaches are coming up with things to help the guys, and that's why I know, boy, would I like different results, sure, but I know there's nothing wrong with the team, right? I know we have a team of guys who are working to achieve a goal. They did today, and we set another goal, and we'll see. We'll start working on that one tomorrow.
Yeah, and you had a lot of players step up today. And I wanted to ask about Chase Beasley, who filled in for Kyle. Can you just talk about how he stepped up for the team today?
It was big time. I mean, we came to practice Thursday, and Kyle was sick, and he couldn't practice. And I know we're getting ready to play 40 minutes of his own. And, in large respects, we did a lot of things out there that we covered in 2 days that was sort of new to almost everybody. Not our veterans, though, because they're all just concepts. And I knew Kyle's sick. Is he going to be ready tomorrow on Friday? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to throw Chase in there, and I'm going to throw almost Sam Duskin got in there. I gave him all, like A.J. Patterson. Chase Beasley practiced really well on Thursday. So, again, all I do is watch. And he practiced really well. And then I left him out there the whole day yesterday in practice. I never took him out. And then today, I'd say he looked like our best player in the first half. He went out there and played sort of what I was hoping for just for him. Like, what, I'm a senior. I'm going to let it rip. I know what coach was doing. I know what we worked on the last 2 days. I'm 22 years old, and I know what I'm going to do. And he went out and he played that way. And then he played that way all the way till when you could tell he hadn't played all year because he's cramping up. His body was saying, what's going on here? Coach is keeping me in here the whole time. But credit to him. And again, if I hadn't seen from him all year long as, personally for him not playing, I know what that means. But if I hadn't seen from him the attitude that Chase has had all year, then I wouldn't even have put him in there on Thursday to practice. But that's another thing about credit to our players for, being the right kinds of people.
Absolutely. How's he doing now?
Yeah, I just think I think it was cramps. So he needs to get some pickle juice, and some salt and get some rest. And, like I said, there's that adage, next man up. Well, what does that mean? And it's a football thing and everybody says it. Well, he just did it. It's hard to do what Chase Beasley did today. Really hard to do, and he deserves a lot of credit for it.
Yeah, for sure. Do you feel like this win, your first conference win of the season, kind of gets a burden or a monkey off your back in a way?
I think that definitely, there's nothing that makes you, play better the next game, but I do think, though, that there's no question, when you go through what we've gone through, like I asked Ethan yesterday because of this, what's wrong with the team? Like and everybody's first response is, we're losing. That's not what I asked. It's what's your culture? How do you act every day? You know what I mean? And but there's no question for those guys who have been behaving the right way, for our team who have been behaving the right way, sort of getting this win and getting that reward, that can relieve a lot of, stress, anxiety, pressure, whatever it may be. So I'm just happy that they can experience a Sunday tomorrow, where we're going to go and do what we do like we've been doing every Sunday, and it's skill work and individual time, and it's not really practice, and now they get to experience it all for win, and what can that do for you, So no matter what, we're going to have a hard game on Tuesday, but I know we're going to be going into that game with sort of a different mindset and coming at it from a different place because of today. No, I mean, and Vance and I are friends. I've known Vance a long time. John Welsh, the assistant coach, and I are very good friends from a long time. It just goes to show you, they've been going through a battle too, you know what I mean? And I got such respect for Vance and John and their staff, and it's just another element in today's world of, coaches don't control everything. You know what I mean? Coaches, I know those two guys and who they are, and they're going through what they're going through, and now they got to deal with this. But I know they're going to handle it the right way, and it's just unfortunate. It's unfortunate when things like that happen. But it does go to show that coaches don't really control everything. You're sort of at the mercy of, and some, kids and decision making, and but I know that they're going to handle it the right way because they're class acts, and hopefully they'll come through it the right way.
Yeah, absolutely. What was it like for your lineup to only be playing against 7 players on the other side?
Yeah, I don't think, Jim Arthur asked me before the game, the depletion and all that, you think something's going to change, and I don't think anything changes for our team. You know what I mean? I think our challenge is our challenge. It didn't matter if they had 7. It didn't matter if they had 10. We were going to have to come out and, figure out a way to grind through a game, and make those one more plays. And I was right. They still got number 8. He's a good player. They still got number 3. He's a good player. You know what I mean? They still got a 7-footer, around the rim. So, for us, it was just having the experience of continue to grind, not turn the ball over. And by doing that, have the ball enough times where you get enough opportunities to make that shot. And, and again, I'll just say Will Cooper went 3 for 3 from the foul line on 3 foul, got foul. I can say we all know sitting here that we haven't seen that much this year. We haven't seen 2 straight foul shots go in. We haven't seen 3, but you do it, well, we got 3 more points than the other team, and that's, again, shows that's what goes into winning, and it might sound so, well, Coach, that's just making foul. I know. You make fouls, you stop runs, you help your team. It's all those things, and I think today was just good for our guys to end up on the other side because they made those plays.
Well, first of all, congratulations, Jeffrey. Can you just kind of put into words what this win means for you and the team?
Yeah, it means a lot. We've had a goal was to get a conference win, and we've been practicing towards that goal every day in practice. We've been going hard all day, all night, and we got the win, so it feels really good.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you think went well for you guys today to get the win?
I think it was just our preparation leading into the game. We were focused. We knew that we had to get this one. We kind of gave ourselves no option. And I could tell in our preparation Thursday, Friday, and it showed on the court today. And we came out and won, hit some big shots, and yeah.
Absolutely. And in past games, you guys have had some heartbreaking losses in overtime. What made today different for you guys?
Oh, well, just sticking with it. I felt like we were the better team all 40 minutes, and even though it went into overtime, just got to show we're the better team for 5 more minutes. And, no conference game is going to be easy. It doesn't matter who we're playing. They're still a really good team, regardless of the record. And so it doesn't matter who we're playing. Just got to keep playing, and we did that.
Yeah, absolutely. And Will Cooper did really well today. Can you kind of speak on his performance?
Yeah, he just shows in, comes in practice every day, shows up, shows out, and it's great to see. It's great to see him come along. Glad we had him on the court, and he was hitting them shots, so it was good.
Yeah, for sure. And kind of going slightly off topic, the Fresno State only had 7 players today. Can you kind of talk about what it was like to play 7 players, and if you had any thoughts on the situation over there?
I really had no thoughts on the situation. We had Kyle out today. Chase got the start. For them and for us, it was next man up, and credit to them, 7 players. That's in this altitude and 45 minutes. That's pretty tiring, so credit to them. But, our guys were also next up. Will was next up. Chase was next up, and it was just great to go out there and get the win.
Yeah, and with Kyle out, did your team still feel confident, just kind of had that next man up mentality?
Yeah. Kind of what I just alluded to. It doesn't matter who's out. It could be Ethan. Next man up. We're confident regardless. So, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And what are you taking from this game into your last couple games before Mountain West Championships?
Just achieve our next goal, which is to win another conference game. We can celebrate tonight, but come in tomorrow and get ready to work for Colorado State on Tuesday. And, yeah.
Congratulations on a great game today, I believe. Career high points. Can you just talk about your performance today and what got you there?
Yeah, it's just I think it just alludes to how I prepared. I felt really confident going into the game, just how I practiced this week and how I approach practice, and I think I found a new focus level and all that in practice, and then it comes down to my teammates just having confidence in me. I think every time I scored today, it was off an assist, so couldn't do without them.
Yeah. What was your mentality going in today, and was it different than any of the past games?
I wouldn't say different. I just, again, alluding to my preparation, coaches could see a different level. I think I've taken a step, and that's kind of what freshman year is all about. It's just developing, and so I think I'm just going to continue to develop and work hard, and I just felt really good going into the game.
Yeah. Do you feel like you've been able to gain confidence over the season with your playing time?
Yeah, that just comes down to having great leaders, great seniors, Jeff, Ethan Taylor. Those guys, they never yell at me for taking a bad shot or anything like that. They're always just hit the next one if I'm missing or anything like that. So, yeah.
Yeah. When you started sinking a bunch of threes and just started getting them in all over the place, were you surprised by that at all, or were you just, or was it something that was kind of expected?
Yeah. When I shoot, I expect it to go in. So I wasn't surprised. I was just hunting shots all game and trying to get them up.
Yeah, and can you kind of talk about, you mentioned some of the older players kind of mentoring you. Can you kind of talk about the leadership of some of the veteran players and how they've helped you?
Yeah, Ethan Taylor's a guy who's played for 4 years now. Jeff, basically the same thing. And so having those guys in your corner supporting you, even not even for basketball, but things outside of basketball too. It's a pretty challenging place here, and so playing Division I basketball on top of all the academic and military stuff here, they're great supporters and have nothing but encouragement to say to me.
Yeah, for sure. And kind of like I asked Jeffrey, can you just kind of put in your own words what today's win means for you and the team after a 16-game losing streak, and I believe it's your first time beating Fresno State since like 2017. So yeah, what does this monumental game mean for you guys?
Yeah, it's just, I think it's as simple as we had a goal, and we worked towards that goal. And Coach Scott talks, you don't shy away from your goals. If you set them, you don't, change them a little bit because things aren't going your way. You have a goal, and you stick to your goal, and we achieved our goal.
Yeah, and what was Coach's message after the game?
Coach's message, he just said, like Jeff alluded to, we had guys that stepped up. Chase Beasley, he's a senior who hadn't played all year. That's tough, especially when you give 4 years to the program and you don't play senior year. And he stepped up because Kyle was out. And then, like I said, the goal thing, accomplishing our goal is huge.
Yeah, absolutely. And then what was kind of the game plan going into overtime, and how are you guys feeling going into overtime?
Pretty much the same as a game. It's just one thing at a time. One stop, one shot, one make, one three throw, one block shot. All that stuff. Taking care of the ball. We didn't play it any different just because it was overtime. One possession at a time.